Good afternoon. How are you, all beloveds? Twin flames, soul flames, lovers of all kinds. Well, let's see what's going on this week. It's full moon in Scorpio, or Scorpio moon. That's it, Scorpio moon, and Saturn retrograde. Saturn is going retrograde, and Pluto is going retrograde. So that will mean that all the karmic cycles will be released. All those karmic cycles will be, closed off. Sorry for the children, their neighbors playing outside, so you will hear some screaming and sorry, I can't help anything of that, but when you hear screams, that the children are playing or crying. So when these karmic cycles are coming back and closing off, it could be if something be done to you, that the karmic cycle will end. That piece of situation, that situation in another direction. It will come around. And if you did something wrong to another person, it also comes around. It comes around in, and it comes quicker than you think. It's also because of those planets are going retrograde, and we're going to a lighter side of a cycle. Then it's opening more energy for abundance, more energy for love coming in, more energy. What you send out will come back to you much quicker. So let's see what's going on in the masculine mind space. Now the masculine needs rest. He worked hard. He had a lot on his mind, and a lot of stuff needs to be cleared out. And it's a very emotional time. Because the water sign Scorpio is in full moon, so that means the emotions are needed to clear out, the darkness and the shadows that will all come out in the open, and everything will come out in the light. So if there are hidden things or secrets, it's really time that it comes into the open, and it will come in the open. There are a lot of things that happens, also in the masculine space, that needs rest, because he probably overworked himself, and he needs time to take a nap, time to go in and let it all go, rest more, sleep more. Exactly now with the time of the moon. Yesterday the vibration was very high. Today the vibration is very high, and most of the ascension energies are coming through at night, and then there is such a huge flux coming in to the earth that we really need to rest more, because it could keep us up at night. Sorry, I'm already start to purge. I'm starting to purge for the divine masculine here. What's in his heart space? The lovers, the Two of Cups. He loves. Oh my God! I see the divine feminine has exactly the same. Lovers, love connection, overflowing the cups. Taking care of each other. There's a better connection. You share the same thoughts, the same visions, and he sees that in his heart space. it's also, there's a huge shift in the divine masculine. New energies are coming in, new love, new abundance, um, new energies of, you know, leaving the past behind. Don't think about the shadow sides anymore. There was a lot of shadow from the masculine that came up because you know, when the when the when the feminine is evolving and growing, the masculine is going within and is purging. And when the divine feminine is going down in her shadows, divine masculine is going up, because they never grow the same and they can support each other in this time. So new energies are coming in for the divine masculine, so he can climb again. Yeah. What's in the headspace of the divine feminine? Death. She knows that a cycle is done. A cycle is over. It could be that, you know, also with the karma, you know, that she did something, or the divine masculine did something, and they received the karma from that. Or the divine masculine said, you know, this is the end, I'm not going any further, and she's accepting this. She is accepting the end. She is ending herself and freeing herself from an old cycle. So she starts to move forward. She's not going back. She's not going back to the past, because if she goes back to the past, she gets only hurt. You know, she's not going to this path of um, depression, sadness. She knows how to get out of that cycle. If you start, keep on reminiscing about how wonderful it was and how great it was, and you know, you're hurting yourself only more. You need to be realistic about it. When it's done, it's done. And if they say it in your face that it's over, you know, then believe it, and that's it, over, and go on with your life, go on forward, and 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 take that leap of faith, you know. Get back on your feet, you know. Don't go back in wishing, and you know, maybe it's this, or guessing. No, it's a radical acceptance. Okay, that's coming in this week for the divine feminine. She's closing off old karmic cycles. Yeah. In the heart space, there's still love. If you look at this, the masculine has, you know, the lovers, and the divine feminine has lovers in their heart space. They both know that they are twin flames, that they are connected with each other, that there is such a deep love, and that there is a journey from this love to make a new start, to create a better space for each other. You know, the love is still there, and from that love, they need to learn how to be friends, and from that friendship, it can grow. It can't grow just from the past, all the things that happened, into love right away. You need to be friends first, and to come to this love connection. And that's what they both are doing. They're both doing and honoring this love. I hear there is still growth. Both are still growing in this time. Both are still discovering things from each other, um, that's not forced. That is more in a flow way, and they're taking care of each other. What supports the divine masculine to go in? And oh wait, I'm going too fast. How does the divine feminine sees the divine masculine? That comes into balance. He needs to balancing out the shadow side and the happy side. And it could be that a lot of the divine masculine are more in a depressive state because they see the past as 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 the shadow, as the dark side. He's getting up more um, of the things that were bad in his life, instead of looking to what was good in his life. And when he's in this energy, it's an energy that could get you into depression, and it's also an energy that prevents you to move, you know, to your abundance. And that's how she sees the divine masculine. That he needs to get more in balance between his shadow side and his positive side. He sees the things too negative, and if you're and now when you're dealing with a Scorpio moon, it will means that all that shadows are coming up much more than it used to. So he needs to make a bridge between the shadow and the positive side. You know, see the things more positive, so positivity will come to you. You know, and when you're in the shadow side, you can't reproduce. You can do it on automatic pilot. Your life is on automatic pilot. So all the emotions needs to be in balance, and divine feminine is trying to make a bridge for him, to go to the positive side, supporting him. And maybe he doesn't even feel the support. Maybe he feels that there is no support, but that's the way he thinks about it, the way he sees it. Okay, what supports him to go inside, meditate, um, going into the woods, going into the forest, going to the beach, make long walks, move yourself out of that place of shadow. It also a card that makes you be overly active, just not to feel what's going on in the heart space. And in the heart space is this love. So when you go in and tap into the universal love, then you will be more centered. And this card asks also to being centered. Okay, how does he sees the divine feminine? That there will soulmates, that they are soulmates from another lifetime, that they fill their cups, that they working both to prosperity, and he sees this. He sees the love. He sees a different side of her, and he sees that all the cups get filled when she is next to him. That's how he sees the relationship, as as it was, how it was before. You know, in the beginning when they met, they were in harmony. That's coming back. What supports the divine feminine? New love in her life. There is a new man coming into her space, that gives her support and love that she needs. He is um, offering a cup of love to her. I hear the white and shining armor, you know. He's the knight on the white horse. He is someone who can support her, who can protect her, who is strong. This is coming in, and it could be that it is from your that it is your divine masculine, that's making his return to you, because I also feel it because of this old energy. You know, he may be coming in to return. Okay. How does the divine feminine see the relationship? She sees the relationship as radical acceptance, how the situation is, and she shines her light. She is focusing on the bigger picture. She's focusing on what she needs to do. She sees also her partner shine, um, when he's doing the things he does. When he's in his element, she's in her element, and she is shining because she is totally herself, keep everything in balance between the shadow and the light side. You know, and she going more to the light side than to the shadow side because she leaves the shadow side behind. I also see she um, that also some cycles are ending, and it could be with friends, could be with family, that she is leaving behind because there is no balance, and it's not um, serving her highest good. It's like she's shining, and because of all the other energies, you know, that she get dropped on, her light will dim. So she knows that everything needs to be in balance between giving and taking, and it needs a different turn. It needs a different turn. So it's probably good for her to open up to her friends and say, you know, I don't want to talk about this, or you're draining my energy, or um, because I need that energy to help the world, not just to listen to. We all have our backpacks, we all have um, um, our rough situations from the past. We don't drag that up. We're not living in the past anymore. We, you know, you can't even think about yesterday because you can change that path. You only can look forward and change what you are doing today, and live today from the highest integrity there is. And if you live from your highest integrity, with your highest light, connecting with the source, um, and coming from a positive side, you only will get more positivity. It's not weird to get into your emotions, because out of your emotions and the shadow side you transform, but you have to do it on your own. You can't carry everybody's burdens. It's how she sees the divine masculine, and he's going to shine. he's going to shine again. You know, she also has the sunflower, you know, so the sunflower will represent the sun in your life and the sun that will come into your life. It's the flower of abundance, of his seeds, of everything, the growth, the strong stem, everything of the sunflower is representative of abundance, joy, and happiness. So, what is blocking the divine masculine? Attachment. There is an attachment in his life, and this could be attachment to the shadow side, attachment to the past, attachment to a person, attachment to addiction, you know, attachment of feeling sorry for someone. You know, everybody has had a difficult life, and most of the time, if you try to get someone out of a space um, of sadness, you know, that they went deep and they had their troubles, and now you're feeling guilty that they will get back into that space. You don't know. You don't know if you leave it behind, if they get in that space, because they grew, because of the energy, because of you, because of, you know, they got stronger. They're not the person they were in the past. And you can have pity for the one who they were in the past, because, you know, the shadow side comes up. Then that means that you're attached, that you're and they all need to fill up their own cups. They all have to go um, through that period of growth. You know, we're all going to through um, a dark side. We're all influenced by the goddess. We're all influenced by the god. We're all influenced by the moon cycles. And not only the moon, we are influenced by the planets. We are influenced by our spirit guides. We are influenced um, by the Schumann resonance. There are so many influences in our lives that can get you to a point in your life that you're dropping down. You know, that you, and but when you drop down, you feel when you drop down, and you know that you are responsible to get out of there as soon as possible. So make sure that you're not getting attached to someone else's shadow side, that you don't get attached because you're having pity with them, because you're want to save them. Only themselves can save them. So it's that's the card of attachment, you know. Don't get attached to someone else's problems, to someone else's life, to how they want to live their life. You know, everybody has a different way of living. Everybody has a different way of um, doing things, and the only thing you can do about it is acceptance, radical acceptance. Okay. The attachment I also see is about money, um, because I see what he's going to do about it. Um, Financial constraints. So his cupboard is empty. There's nothing in there. It's hard financially at the moment. And he's attached to security. The divine masculine is attached to security. He wants to provide. He wants to show that he can provide for his family, can provide for his divine feminine. You know, I see he's getting help from Archangel Metatron. And that's what I said before, right? If you're going in attachment to the shadow side, if you create shadow in your life, and from the shadow side you can't um, reproduce, you can't live in abundance from a shadow side. You need to go to the positive side of your life to um, to create that abundance. And it seems like that the masculine is more attached to the shadow side than he is attached to the positive side. You know, if they're in the 5D, if I go to 5D, then they make love together. The divine feminine and the divine masculine are making love together. They are entwined together. They are together in 5D, in the higher realm. But here on 3D, it could be that he's not speaking his truth because of this energy. And then he getting in this he doesn't want to get in attachment with the divine feminine. That's also possible. And I hear there are 3 scenarios here on this piece. And then you can't create. From a shadow side, you can't create. And the divine feminine, she is in balance. She sees everything in the positive side, and she's shining her light. And because she is in balance with herself and in her emotions, she knows how to turn the switch from going deep up to the higher realms, and that supports her. Divine masculine gets you know help from Metatron, Archangel Metatron, to help him out of that shadow side, out of that gloomy feeling I feel. And he's not wanting to show, and he don't want to come across as being attached. So he detached, but the emotions are still there. You know, it's not. Yeah. And you need to be careful now, because we are living now in a time that your what you think gets manifest right away, because we're shifting to the 4D. And when we're living in the 4D of positivity, creativity, you know, abundance, then you know there is no space for lack. There is no space for lack. What's in the divine feminines? What blocks the divine feminine? Goddess of the moon. Yeah, I can refer to that because when you do your ritual with the moon, and the energies are so strong and you get so many downloads, it's so could be that you're awake a whole night, you know, that you need to do more work, or that you need to do more things for yourself, and that's blocking the goddess, that's blocking the divine feminine to fully engage the next day in another ritual. Because most of the goddesses, most of the divine feminines, or the feminines, they are connecting with the moon energies. And this moon energy is so strong that it keeps you all up all night. And we're doing, I speak for myself now, I'm using 3 days to do the circles, the moon rituals. It's 3 days for me for full moon, and I'm using the moon cycles. I'm using all the moon cycles, you know, also the new moon cycles, also the dark side, the dark side of the moon, because then it's time. You don't even have to tune in anymore. You know when you're going deep into your shadow side that it's dark moon. So what is she going to do about it? She's connecting with her family, she's connecting with her children, she's connecting with uniting the family back together, making this rainbow bridge for the family. Her family's on her mind. She is creating a family at, atmosphere, and she's getting all the family back together. And that feels when her focus is here with the family, um, she also realized where her heart is, and that's with her family. Even if she had to leave the family, the focus is there. And for some of you, you know, you had to leave your family because of a divorce, or your children went to your masculine, and or child care, you know, took your children out. For a lot of you, it's very hard to balancing this energy. So a lot of what's going on, they realize that they have to reconnect with their family, and they are, maybe you're forced to, you know, maybe you're forced to get back in the family environment to clear out some stuff, you know. Well, what combines the divine feminine and the divine masculine? Friendship. They building more, they're working on their friendship, they're working on connecting with each other, you know, accepting each other. And from this bond, from friendship, um, that's better than, you know, yearning for the love, yearning for more, yearning for commitments. The friendship is more important, you know. Friendship is all, you know. Okay, have time with each other, drink a cup of tea together, you know. They spending quality time together, and that builds up and builds up and builds up, you know. What brings them back together? The children. They have the best interest for the children, for both children. They can work together for the children, and that's their highest priority. Okay. Okay. Let's clarify for the divine masculine. Oops. Well, need I say more? Divine feminine on his mind. Nothing else than the divine feminine on his mind. He wants to move on with her, but he doesn't want, there are too many financial constraints. She is in his heart all the time, and he needs to do something about attachment. you know, the block of attachment. And it could be that he is attached to a third party, or, you know, attached to someone else. And for the Divine Feminine, flowers. Flowers means moving forward in a relationship. Seeing her blossoming, you know, he sees her blossoming, and she sees that she is blossoming herself. She sees the inside, she sees the things she did wrong, all the things that what happened about guilt or whatever, she let the guilt go. She's not reacting on guilt. She knows those things are projection from the other person. Archangel Michael is giving support to the blocks and on the Divine Feminine on her sleeping, so she probably goes up. And what brings them together? Love again. Oh my goodness, guys, I can't make this up, right? 3 times love. He has love, she has love, and what will bring them all together is love. I can make it up, you know. It could be that some of you will get back with the person you left, you know. You left the person in your life, because a few weeks ago I had a reading that I really saw the Divine Feminine leaving the Divine Masculine, and she was done, and you know, everything was done. And now I see that energy coming back in, you know. He's coming back towards her. He is missing her. He's missing this energy. He's missing her. He wants to be with her, you know. It could be that he's afraid that she's leaving again. It could be that, you know. But I have a feeling if he pops the question, you know, are you going back home, or what is going to happen? I see that the Divine Feminine isn't sure yet. I see the Divine Feminine wants to suggest another way of living with her Divine Masculine. It could be that she wants long distance relationship, or, you know, coming back together and separate, coming back together, separate. No, that's all possible. I see there's fear from him, you know, that she would leave him again, and when he gets attached to her, he's afraid that he gets the heartache all over again. And he don't want to get in that attachment. I also see he knows this is a soul connection with his Divine Feminine, but that he wants to make a financial statement, that he wants to be financially secure to offer her this, you know. And he forgets, you know, when they are together, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, that they could support each other also financially. She could support him. She would support him. That's what I see. You know, but she also don't want to take away his pride, you know, as a masculine, because that was the thing that went wrong in the first place, you know, that the Divine Masculine didn't have authority over his money, and it was a very old-fashioned way of of dealing with the money, and they didn't know better in that time, you know, and that demasculated the masculine, you know, not be able to provide for his divine feminine. That means that um, um, his self-worth will drop, because, you know, if a feminine energy, and if one of you are in a situation like that, that you earn your own money and you have your own company and you can support the divine masculine, you know, that's good to do that once or twice, you know, but um, don't do it all the time, because you demasculate your masculine by supporting him, because they raised up to be to supporting the divine feminine, you know, financially, everything. So they are givers, and when that is taken away from them, you know, they feel not worthy enough. So the divine feminine sees that there is an ending, you know. She believed his words, she took his words for true, and she's not thinking about, okay, maybe we will come back together. She's not going there. She accepts his no, she accepts um, the ending, because she thinks, you know, he ended it with her, and because he was addressing the shadow side, and the shadow side, she wants to leave that behind. So the the ending, that what she has, you know, is like, now my other neighbor starts to drill, so we are having a great energy here. Um, so it's you get the drill. Yeah, that's it. You get the drill. Yeah, okay. So she's detaching, she's leaving it alone. She takes radical acceptance, even that she knows, you know, he's still the one for her. She leaves it alone, and she also sees that another person is coming into her life. It could be that the divine masculine is returning from several weeks ago, but I see the divine feminine also has chance on new love coming into her life, and the goddess will support her on this. The goddess will support her on this. The goddess will say, okay, you know, you have to stay. You need to take a next step, or and move on with your life. You can't wait for the divine masculine to you know, to make up his mind if it's time or not. You can dangle on this thread that is holding a sausage in front of your nose. I hear. So you need, you know, the love that will get your shine back out. It will get you shining. You know, you're in balance with your divine feminine and your divine masculine, and it's time to go to the next step, and and be whole with your family. Your family is whole, and your energy will be drawn in to a new love. Okay, I see flowers. I see someone getting flowers. I see somebody gets a ring. Could be that divine masculine comes back and gives you a ring. Um, it can also mean that divine feminine is feeling, you know, could be the divine feminine is feeling grateful for all the things she went through. And I also see that in the divine masculine, you know, where he went through. They're both grateful for what they went through, because they learned so much, and there's so much to learn from each other, I hear, and they're still learning from each other. So well, I keep it to this reading. I wish you all the best this week. Is there anything else you want to show me? Yes, I see a divine feminine and a divine masculine swimming in the sea, in the ocean. It could be that there comes a holiday for you both, and that he invites you on a holiday um, after the lockdown. So it could be that he already made arrangements to take you out to the beach. And I see that you are driving to the beach. I don't see a flight. I see you drive to the beach together. Um, okay, and this is it. Let me know, guys, how it works for you, um, where you are in your journey, um, that you what you if you like um, the reading. I'm open for readings for next week. I have 3 or 4 slots left. So, and during the lockdown, I have a discount of £33 a slot. And if you need an hour, or you need an hour and a half with a transmission, then you get then the price is 3 times 3 slots. So if you want an hour and a half reading with a light language transmission, then it's £99. If you want an hour, it's 66. So I hope you all have a beautiful week, and I thank my new subscribers. I thank you all that for watching my videos. I'm so grateful, and I'm glad I'm back on track. There will be a new masculine reading, a separate masculine channeling coming up. It should have been this week already, and I channeled the information, and I had an hour of transformation and beautiful energy talk from the 5th dimension with the masculine and his higher self. And then I couldn't upload my video. I tried it 5 times and it didn't work, and I thought, then this transmission is not able to get online. So there was some energies that were withholding me to do the masculine reading. But this week I will do the masculine reading, and it will be Tuesday or Wednesday it will come out. And I hope you all will watching it. So thank you for watching this, and blessed be. Have a great full moon in Scorpio, or Scorpio full moon. And I wish you all the best. Bye bye.